Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is Wizards, an Abzan Planeswalkers deck featuring one of my new favorite cards from Strixhaven, Restoration Seminar. We plan to play our wizards out, and if any of them get knocked off, we can get them back out of our grave thanks to the seminar. We've brought along some creature control as well as a sweeper that we can get back from our grave with that very same seminar. It's a punch that will loosen their teeth and bruise some egos. Let's get in there. We're playing the full set of Authority of the Consuls. It's a great way to slow down enemy men. Along the way, we'll gain life every time an enemy enters play. It's a great defensive measure that gives us a slight edge over the course of a game. Studious First-Year is a new card that we're using to combat shuffler specials. This bear comes down for just 1 mana, and for another 2, we can fire off his spell, the classic Rampant Growth. In a 3-color deck, the Magic Bear can help us fix our colors and thin out our deck in the process. While we want the Rampant Growth, we do get to keep a small body that can help block up, or we can get in there for some early hits when the opportunity strikes. It is so good, we should really find a way to get the full set of 4 in the deck. Innkeeper's talent is so good that even in the current standard, it is still a force. We're looking to get one in play to not just enhance our men, but when fully leveled up, we get double the loyalty on our Planeswalkers. This gets us closer to ultimates that can wreck opposing strategies. And the loyalty boost helps us keep our wizards in play, and if they get knocked out, we can get them back. We can reanimate our Planeswalkers to fully frustrate every opponent. Ajani, Outland Chaperone is just a single, but all his abilities are very helpful. He can make tokens, snipe enemies with 4 or less toughness, and even his ultimate can fetch us out a significant number of permanents. We don't have dedicated removals, so all our 3 mana and less cards are all permanents that Ajani can pull right out of our deck for us. Zarek, guest lecturer, will win us the game with a single activation of his ultimate. With an Innkeeper's talent at max level, all we have to do is get him in play and activate his +1 ability just once to be able to fire off his ultimate and seal the deal on the game. GG's Oppo, and thanks for coming on the big show. Ancient Cornucopia is a mana artifact that boosts our mana, color fixes, and will gain us life. It's a card we've used in every version of the Italian job, and it has worked well for us there, and will do the trick for us here. Kaya, Spirit's Justice, is a token producer, but gives us a way to deal with cards in the opponent's grave, while giving us a valuable surveil to help us find any cards we might need. She doesn't have an ultimate, but she does give us a way to deal with men that are indestructible. Professor Delian Fell is another new Planeswalker. He brings a full set of excellent abilities, from card draw to life gain to removal, and an ultimate that drains the opponent when we gain life. Elspeth Stormslayer is a great way to generate tokens. With her in play, we get double the normal amount of any token we generate. She also doubles as removal for any men with mana value 3 or more. The Team Pump ability can make all our men a force. The flying ability it grants can let our men get through for hits. Ashiok, Wicked Manipulator, is another token producer that comes with a great ability that gives us the best card from the top 2 of our deck. Her -7 ability is one we'll likely not use, but if we're in a situation where it could wreck the opponent, it is there to use. Villainous Wrath is our first sweeper, chosen simply because it is another source of damage to the opponent when we fire it off. It is a sorcery, so once we use it, it will be gone. Use wisely at the right moment. Vivian Reed is a secret powerhouse. Her ultimate gives our men the ability to survive our own sweepers, as well as a stat boost along with vigilance and trample, and she can take out opposing artifacts and enchantments and enemy men with flying. Her +1 ability can get us lands, in case we have trouble getting to 6 or 7 mana. Liliana, Dread Horde General, is another Planeswalker that is capable of ending games by herself. Her ultimate ability will set the opponent back to the Stone Ages, and they'll have limited capability to fight back. She also gives us additional tokens and card draw when our men are killed off. We can also use her sacrifice ability to eliminate a pair of enemies. The Rise of Sozin is our second sweeper. It's a saga, so when it goes to Chapter 2, we get to name a card and exile all copies of the named card from the opponent's hand, deck, and grave. It's a great ability that lets us neutralize threats before the opponent can even use them. And because this sweeper is a permanent, we can get it back from the grave for multiple uses. Restoration Seminar is our reanimation card. When we fire it off, we'll get any permanent back from our grave. And thanks to Paradigm, we will do so every one of our turns for the rest of the game. Our fallen Planeswalkers will get the chance to come back a second or third time to apply Boot to Oppo Rear End. For lands, we're playing 3 Fabled Passage, the special land that can fetch out a basic from our deck. 4 Sandstep Citadel, the special land that taps for 1 mana in our colors. 2 Hushwood Verge, the forest that becomes a Selesnya dual when we have a forest or plains in play. 2 Wastewood Verge, the forest that becomes a Golgari dual when we have a forest or swamp in play. 2 Restless Cottage, the Golgari man land. 3 Forest. 1 Ba Sing Se, the special land that can earthbend lands. 4 Swamp and 4 Plains. Playing the deck is fun and fairly simple. There are plenty of powerful cards in a deck full of Planeswalkers. The only difficult part is choosing which to play first. But often, what the opponent is doing will dictate our response. In cases when the opponent isn't pressing, we can take our time to develop our board in a way that maximizes our Planeswalker abilities. Use spot removal whenever needed, and a sweeper when things are getting hot. Simple and fun, just how we like it. That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
This is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We know who you are, bro. We're kicking things off with a 3-lander. We've got an authority and a sweeper as defensive measures. A couple of our wizards could get the party started. I like it. Keep your pants on. We have to fetch up a plains. That will get our authority in play. With a defensive measure on board, we might be able to start building up. They do have blue mana, but they also have green. We'll risk it and go with Ral. Let's make them have a counterspell. It is a stress test for their pants. Can they take it? We'll use the Surveil ability to improve our draws. On top, we have a land and the Prof. If we take the Prof first, we can use his draw ability to get the land. So easy, even the Oppo could do it. They go with a Terra Symbiosis, which is fine because that's still not a body on board to threaten Ral. It's time for the Prof to get in there. I like going with card draw, especially when we're not under pressure. We'll build our advantage on board and in hand. Our Surveil shows us a First-Year on top and an Ashiok. Thanks to the Prof, we can get both of these. We do need the First-Year to fetch us out another plains so we can drop in Elspeth. Oppo stalled out on 4 mana and they don't have any plays. They have front row seats to how our deck works. Let's draw Ashiok before we surveil.
Go ahead. Impress me.
Ral is getting close to his ultimate, but before we get there, we want to get one of our token producers in there to build up an army. And with an Ashiok and Elspeth in hand, we want Elspeth down first since she will double Ashiok's tokens. On top, we have a Seminar and a Ajani. The 3-mana kitty is a token producer, and without anything in our grave, the Seminar won't do much. We still want it. It's better to have it in hand than somewhere in the deck. They surprise us with a Librarian at the end of our turn. That could be a problem, but we do have wizards that can snipe enemy men. They play out a Cub, which is more life gain for us, and with more men on board for them, the Wrath will be looking like a great option. They even bring in the classic Tapeworm. Now, it isn't an option, the Sweeper is a must. They size up our wizards. Ral should be the choice here, but they go after the prof instead.
Test.
We will make them realize their mistake soon. Oppo has gotten out of hand. It's time to shove their men in the grave, soiled trousers and all. As a bonus, they get to lose 4 life. Lucky you, bro. We'll keep drawing. The opponent is playing a deck based on men, which will gain us life, thanks to our
Show
authority.
me what you've learned.
So even with all the extra draws from the prof,
You
we're
really
still at
could
20
do
life.
this.
They go with a speaker, probably to tutor up more tapeworms. Our goal is to get some blockers. Ral can give us some breathing room with his ultimate, and we might be able to get in some hits. They double down on speakers. It's a speaker parade. They do get to reload on men, but it might be too late.
The real battle. I welcome all allies.
Drawing the passage will let us play out the talent,
Some
and that could
lessons
be
are
what lets us take this game.
Prepare and profit.
On top we have a pair of lands, but we don't want both. One is fine. They go with their ground chuck. It would be a nice blocker if it were able to block. They tap down their blockers in a weak attempt to reduce Ral's loyalty. That one hit they got on the prof should have been on Ral. Their mistake is coming back to haunt them. We'll go ahead and max out our talent before we drop this hammer on poor Oppo. The Rock is not a player, he's a spectator. That's 2 heads and another 2 turn for us. Not the greatest, but we'll do the best with the time we've been given.
have life
We'll
essence
load
to
up as
spare.
much as we can on tokens and get in for hits while the hitting is good.
Danger surrounds us. Stay close. Thank you for your aid.
Kaya can take out their big gun, just in case we can knock them off next turn.
Sweeter the victory.
I have identified the suspects. Take them away. I know just what...
Opportunities are everywhere.
Never forget that Ajani can just smash a bro. He eats them and they end up in the kitty litter the next day.
Your schemes are finished.
Ready arms!
I can heal you.
Let's get in for damages. These hits will bring them down to just 9 life, and we've got a whole turn to go. Damages, bro. Damages.
You will harm no one.
Consider this your expo...
Right from the heavens!
Keep calm and stay focused.
Choose your words carefully.
We've got more than enough to bring down the rock. It's GG's. Extra wizard cheese. This is Bokachu. No, wait, it's Bokcat Sue. She likes flowers, cats, and seeing her men in the kitty litter. We get a 3-lander, but other than the talent, we're without plays until later and we would have to draw another black. This is a recipe for disaster. Mull. Or at least that was the plan until a doggy emergency. And that is how we end up keeping this pile. That's right, we're about to do battle with a suboptimal hand. And now that the doggy emergency is over, we can give this a try. We can't promise this will work out. We've got a hand that will play out in slow motion. We did get a first year, which can get us a second black mana. They play out a carrot cake. 2 mana 1/1 men are not a big threat, so we might have time to set up our board without being under too much pressure. We'll go with the talent this turn. We can go with the first year next turn when we can drop it in and fire off the rampant growth right away. That way, they can't snipe the first year before we can fetch out a land. They spend another 2 mana and eat their cake to make a 1/1 guy. They follow up with a Seam Rip, and that will snag our talent. On the bright side, they are down to just 4 cards. It's time for the first year to come on down and help us with this fight. Getting a swamp means we're 1 land away from being able to play out our 5 mana cards. They play out another carrot cake. All these sweets, and I'm starting to get a toothache. They send it, and will block one of their long-eared men. That guy can hop right into a grave. We draw a 5th land, and that green lights our Elspeth. We can generate 2 1/1 tokens every turn, and we can easily win the token arms race.
The multiverse will be free from this scourge. Join the fight.
They hit Elspeth with a removal. The Get Lost will give us a pair of map tokens, which could help our future men. For now, we will block up when they send it. We want to limit their numbers and use sweepers for when they have a serious advantage that we can't overcome. This is still doable. We'll go with Ashiok this time. She makes a couple of tokens that can defend and trade away with their 1 remaining bunny. The 2/2 is a problem for another turn. They go with a Caretaker's talent. If they get that to level 3, we will have to pop a sweeper. They send their men and will trade. It is possible we draw another token, making Wizard, which could save our bacon. We draw another land, and it is time to throw down the Rise of Sozin. We can't let them level up their talent and run the table with a pair of token men. When the shuffler gives you sweepers, we play sweepers. At least we know enemy men won't be a problem.
This memory will do.
While we were busy looking at their grave, they throw down a white emeritus on us. It does get a Swords to Plowshares, but only if we had more men and they have the only men on board. Oopsie poopsie, bro. Daylight come, and me want to get rid of all their Get Lost. It's a powerful removal against us, which can take out our wizards, as well as our enchantments. They only play 2? Who is this person? We'll chop their emeritus and token off at the ankles. That will topple them both into a freshly dug grave.
Open your mind to me.
They like that emeritus. Its twin comes down looking to avenge its fallen brother. We'll go with more tokens. We can finally use the map tokens they gave us to enhance our men. Or try to at least.
Leave no mind unspoiled.
Ral will be our follow-up. We can at least try to threaten his ultimate by building him up. Sure, they have a token flyer that can get through, but we have bigger men that will threaten their life total.
Opportunities are everywhere.
They do some measuring, and in the end, they don't even send in their flyer but wipe the board with their own sweeper. That's fear. It's a hell of a drug. Ajani will help us with this fight. Then we can work our way through our wizards.
By my axe, there will be.
Choose your words.
The prof is more card draw, plus he can snipe enemies. He is an all-star wizard.
Stand by my side, friend.
So much trauma poets to choose.
It's Professor Fell. Thank you. Learn something useful.
Oppo plops down another carrot cake. It's like a bakery shop over there. They follow up with an innocence. They need to hurry up and level up their talent to have a chance. With 4 wizards in play, we can build up a big advantage on board. We draw our second talent, and we'll drop it in and level it all the way up. The boost to our wizards will be huge. All we need to do is get some extra turns, and we can take it to the Oppo's face.
My allies stand strong.
Focus on your fears.
Ral is already up to 7 loyalty, another +1 activation, and we can get his ultimate the turn after.
This will only sting for a moment.
They double down on talents, and now every token will get them 3 fresh cards off the top.
Thank you for your aid.
Life and death are closely linked.
Even the grandest ideas start.
Prepare and profit.
The cool thing about a maxed out talent is when we earthbend a land, it becomes a 4/4 instead of just a 2/2. We have numbers and we have the size advantage. Let's get in there. They block, but we do get some damage through. That should get them a bit concerned. They drop in an Elspeth, and with her, they have a chance to take Ral down a few notches. It will cost them their Elspeth, but it will avert certain disaster. They even eyeball Ral, but go with another pair of tokens instead. Oopsie poopsie, bro. They follow up with a Sheltered by Ghosts, but they can't take any of our wizards thanks to the ward from our talent. What they should take is our talent, but they snag our authority instead. It's our turn, and the first thing we have to do is get ourselves some extra turns. Let's flip these coins. That's 2 extra turns after this one. Not the greatest, but that will do.
I heard you had some dead things that needed to stay dead. No victim goes unavenged.
Never take growth for granted.
Such enticing sorrow.
Stay down!
This is the first assault, and we likely will need only one more after this.
Still hits.
Leave no mind unspoiled.
One last experiment.
Stand by my side.
Let's arm up, then send it. We've got more than enough power on board to take them down. This is GG's. Extra wizards cheese. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.